Haunted houses, creaky, dusty relics of the past. Their walls whisper secrets, and each creak and gust of wind tells its own story. Homes to things that go bump in the night, these eerie dwellings hold memories, good and bad. Flickering lights and shifting shadows blur the lines between reality and imagination. We've all heard the tales, ghostly apparitions and eerie events that send shivers down our spines. Gathered by the fire, we pass these stories from generation to generation. Ghostly whispers, unexplained noises and icy chills, the marks of a good ghost story. In the dead of night, these tales blur the line between the living and the dead. Passed down through generations, these tales are the heart of Halloween. They make us jump at sounds, dress up, and seek a glimpse of the supernatural. These tales reveal a hidden world of mystery, where reality's rules fade and anything is possible, with foggy forests and stormy nights heightening the unease. A world where nothing is as it seems, mirrors that reveal more, foggy cemeteries alive with mystery. These settings fuel our imaginations and draw us back for more. Why are we drawn to these stories? Is it the thrill of fear, the adrenaline, or something more primal? Why do we enjoy the thrill of fear? Perhaps these stories let us safely confront our deepest fears and explore the darker side of human nature. Perhaps it's the reminder of our mortality, the ticking clock, the sands running out. Ghost stories remind us that life is fleeting, urging us to make the most of our time. Or maybe it's the allure of the unknown, the mysterious symbols and eerie lights hint at forces beyond our understanding, sparking curiosity about what else awaits discovery. Whatever the reason, Halloween is the night these stories come alive. We embrace the unknown, letting our imaginations run wild amid spooky decorations and eerie lighting. On this night, the veil between the living and the dead is thinnest. The full moon casts an eerie glow, and candlelit seances serve as portals to the spirit world. Anything can happen, and the impossible becomes possible. A night when shadows dance and anything is possible. Flickering bonfire flames create an atmosphere of mystery, allowing us to embrace the magic of the unknown. A night for ghost stories and haunted houses where we confront our fears. Around the campfire we share chilling tales, with the haunted house looming as a silent witness to our fantasies. Gather round, dear readers, and discover why Halloween is the spookiest night of the year. We celebrate the unknown, face our fears, and revel in the supernatural. The ordinary becomes extraordinary, and the impossible becomes possible. Light a candle, gather your friends, and let the ghost stories begin. Halloween. Just the word itself sends a shiver down your spine, doesn't it? It's a night that conjures images of ghosts, goblins, and things that go bump in the night. But have you ever stopped to wonder why this particular night holds such a grip on our collective imagination? A word steeped in centuries of tradition, folklore, and fear. Halloween is not just a modern-day celebration of costumes and candy. It is a night deeply rooted in ancient customs and beliefs that have been passed down through generations. But why? What is it about this particular night that evokes such primal dread? To understand this, we need to delve into the past, to a time when the world was a much darker and more mysterious place. The answer, my friends, lies in its ancient roots. Halloween's origins can be traced back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, a time when the Celts believed the boundary between the living and the dead was at its thinnest. Halloween is no mere modern invention, you see. It is a celebration that has evolved over centuries, absorbing various customs and traditions along the way. But at its core, it remains a night that acknowledges the thin veil between our world and the other world. It's a celebration, an acknowledgement of something far older, far deeper, far more unsettling. The Celts believed that on the night of Samhain, the spirits of the dead could return to the earth, and they took various measures to protect themselves from these otherworldly visitors. We are talking about the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. This was a time of great significance, marking the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter, a time of darkness and cold. Imagine, if you will, a time when the world was a darker, more mysterious place. A time when the natural world was filled with unseen forces and spirits, and the line between the living and the dead was blurred, when the veil between this world and the other world, the realm of the dead, was thin as gossamer. The Celts believed that during Samhain, this veil was at its thinnest, allowing spirits to pass through and walk among the living. That, my friends, was Samhain, a time when the boundaries blurred and spirits could walk among us. It was a night filled with both wonder and fear as the living prepared to face the unknown. A time when the boundaries blurred and spirits could walk among us. The Celts would light bonfires and wear costumes to ward off these spirits, hoping to protect themselves from any malevolent forces that might be lurking in the shadows. Samhain was a time of both celebration and trepidation. It was a time to honour the dead, to remember those who had passed, but also to protect the living from any harm that might come from the other side. A time to honour the dead, but also to fear them. The Celts believed that the spirits of the dead could bring both blessings and curses, and they took great care to appease these spirits with offerings and rituals, a time for bonfires and feasts, but also for warding off malevolent spirits. The Celts would gather around large bonfires, sharing food and stories, while also keeping a watchful eye on the darkness that surrounded them. It's from these ancient roots that Halloween draws its power. The traditions and customs of Samhain have been passed down through the ages, evolving and changing, but always retaining that sense of mystery and fear. It's a night when we acknowledge the darkness, when we confront our fears, when we embrace the unknown. Halloween is a time to remember the past, to honour the traditions of our ancestors, and to face the things that scare us the most. So as you carve your jack-o'-lanterns and don your costumes, remember the ancient roots of this night and the legacy of fear that continues to haunt us to this day. Now I know what you're thinking. Ancient Celtic festivals? That's all well and good, but what's that got to do with me? More than you might realise, my friend. You see, the spirit of Samhain, that primal fear and fascination with the unknown, didn't simply vanish with the rise of Christianity. Oh no, it merely donned a new mask, so to speak. Enter All Hallows' Eve, the eve of All Saints' Day, a time for honouring the saints and remembering the dead. The Church, in its infinite wisdom, attempted to co-opt the pagan festival, to subsume it into the Christian calendar. But old habits die hard, don't they? The ancient fears, the superstitions, the traditions, they lingered. They clung to All Hallows' Eve like cobwebs in a crypt. And so Halloween, the bastard child of Samhain, and All Hallows' Eve was born. A night when the ancient and the modern collide, when the sacred and the profane dance hand in hand. Halloween traditions. Let's talk about those traditions, shall we? The ones that make Halloween the unique and unsettling celebration it is. Take trick-or-treating, for instance. Children dressed as ghouls and goblins, knocking on doors, demanding sweets with a veiled threat of mischief. An odd custom, wouldn't you say? And what about those costumes? Why do we dress up as the things that go bump in the night? Is it a form of mimicry, an attempt to appease the spirits by becoming one of them? Or is it something more primal, a way of confronting our fears by embodying them? And then, of course, there are haunted houses, those manufactured labyrinths of terror, designed to make us scream and laugh in equal measure. They're a testament to our enduring fascination with fear, our desire to test the limits of our courage, to stare into the abyss and laugh. But Halloween isn't just about manufactured scares, is it? It's not just about the plastic skeletons, the fake cobwebs, or the carved pumpkins with their flickering candlelight. No, Halloween taps into something much more profound, something that resonates deep within our collective psyche. No, there's something else at play here, something deeper, more unsettling. It's the night when the veil between the living and the dead is said to be at its thinnest, when the spirits of the departed might just walk among us. It's a night that invites us to confront our fears, to explore the unknown, and to question the boundaries of reality. I'm talking about the real-life encounters, the whispers of genuine supernatural phenomena that cling to this night like ectoplasm. These are the stories that have been passed down through generations, the tales of ghostly apparitions, mysterious sounds, and inexplicable events that defy logic and reason. Stories of ghost sightings, unexplained occurrences, and things that defy rational explanation. These are the moments that make us question what we know about the world, that make us wonder if there might be more to reality than meets the eye. Who hasn't felt a chill down their spine in an old graveyard late at night? The sense of being watched, the feeling that something unseen is lurking just out of sight. It's a primal fear, one that taps into our most basic instincts. Or heard a floorboard creak in an empty house, the sound that makes your heart race, that makes you hold your breath and strain to hear if it will happen again. It's these small, seemingly insignificant moments that can be the most terrifying. These experiences, whether real or imagined, fuel the fire of Halloween. They remind us that the world is full of mysteries, that there are things we cannot explain, and that sometimes the most frightening things are the ones we cannot see. They remind us that there are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamt of in our philosophies, that the universe is vast and full of wonders, and that we are just a small part of a much larger, much stranger reality. And then there's the folklore, the stories that have been told and retold, that have been embellished and exaggerated, but that still hold a kernel of truth. These are the tales that have shaped our understanding of the supernatural, that have given us a framework for interpreting the unexplainable. The stories of vampires, werewolves, witches, and all manner of creatures that lurk in the shadows. These are the beings that populate our nightmares, that haunt our dreams, and that make us afraid to look under the bed or into the dark corners of our rooms. These tales, passed down through generations, tap into our deepest fears and anxieties. They remind us that the world is a wild, unpredictable place where anything is possible and not everything is friendly. They are a way for us to make sense of the unknown, to give shape to our fears, and to find a way to confront them. They remind us that the world is a wild, unpredictable place where anything is possible and not everything is friendly. They are a way for us to make sense of the unknown, to give shape to our fears, and to find a way to confront them. So as you celebrate Halloween, remember that it's not just about the costumes and the candy. It's about the stories, the experiences, and the mysteries that make this night truly special. If you enjoyed this dive into the supernatural, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more spine-chilling content. Stay spooky, everyone.